Have you ever had one of those moments where you're walking up to talk to somebody, maybe you see this girl or it's a business situation, you want to make a connection, and the next thing you know, your brain shuts down, your throat tightens up, and you don't know what to say, and you feel massively awkward in that moment. After this video, you'll know exactly what to do in those situations. And if you and I have not met yet, my name is Troy, and my goal is to help you 10x your results in life. I can remember years ago going out with my friends, we'd have to drink some alcohol to kind of loosen up. But every time I drink alcohol, like the next few days, I'd be like, damn, I feel exhausted. Like this ain't working for me. So I wanted to teach myself, how do you create this same energy without having to drink alcohol? How do you not feel awkward in these moments and allow yourself to talk forever? The first thing you realize when you go on this journey is that anytime you attach to an outcome, it changes the energy dynamics. What that means is, imagine I see some beautiful girls and I'm like, I'm gonna go up and talk to them, make this connection. And I start to attach to an outcome. Like I hope they like me, if I get to meet them, or if I get their phone number, that could be really cool. Maybe it could lead to this or to that. Maybe I had a great adventure tonight even. And the next thing you know, your brain starts to shut down and tighten up because you're attaching to an outcome. And also they start to feel your energy. And what it shows up in is in your sub-communication. And so you'll start to do these weird little things, like your tonality in your voice will start to go up. Like, hey, what's going on? What are you guys up to today? Do you see how just even that increase in my tonality, it creates this kind of like unconfident energy, like I'm not comfortable in myself. Or it's a business situation. I see this guy or this girl, I'm like, man, if I could make a connection with them, that would really change my career. And so you start to talk to them in that same like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I love what you're doing with your business. And it's almost like it creates this incongruency, and people can feel that incongruent energy. And so what you want to do is let go of the outcome. You detach from an outcome, rather you give energy. And what that does is it loosens up your brain from this taking energy to giving energy. And you can actually stand in your confidence much more when you're giving energy, because it's like a simple intention. Like my confidence isn't based on how I look or my appearance or the logical things I can explain to you about why you should like me. Rather, it's like, hey, I'm just gonna go up and give you some energy. I'm gonna make you laugh, or I'm gonna connect with you, or I'm gonna share some ideas I might have for you and your business, some things I've noticed that work well, some things maybe you guys could tweak. I'm giving value in these situations. So one, you can attach your confidence to that. That'll help with that awkwardness energy. It'll loosen up your voice because again, you're not attached to an outcome. You're not taking energy, you're giving energy. The same thing if I go to talk to these girls and I just want to make them laugh. Like that's all that's in my mind. Let's just laugh. Let's hang out together. Let's get to connect with each other. It changes the energy dynamics and it changes in your sub-communication. Now, one of the ways to check in on your sub-communication is to literally feel into your body. So as you start to do this, you get into your body, into your breath, right? Your breath is always in the present moment. Your body's always in the present moment. And it'll actually help you relax. Like imagine two versions of you. One version goes up and they want something, right? I want this energy. It's almost like a scarce energy. If I get this would be great. The other version of you is very abundant. It's like, hey man, there's plenty of options. If this doesn't work out, the next one will. I don't care. I'm enough as I am. You go up with that energy and you're very relaxed. Your sub-communication is very in the present moment. Your body's loose. The other scarce version of you is like tight. You're seeking validation from them. You want them to approve that you're enough. That's kind of what's taking place in your brain. And when your brain recognizes that, it's gonna get scared because our brains are very rooted like in this primitive energy. It's very tribal. And when you're in front of somebody, you're either doing two things. You're either on trial or you're leading. And so you have to realize and show your brain like, hey, I'm not on trial here. It's okay, it's safe. We're leading in this moment. And you lead by sharing and giving energy. You assume they already like you. Now, another thing that you have to come into is you really have to connect to your insecurities and make your insecurities one of your biggest jokes. So like the example I love is like Eminem. When he raps, he makes fun of himself. He's already told you the things about himself that he's insecure of in like a funny way. He doesn't really care. And so how do you attack somebody like that? And what that shows is that person is in their own frame. They're non-reactive. And so if you go up to these girls or this business situation and you're comfortable in yourself, you've overcome your insecurities, then you're gonna be non-reactive to them. I'm not going up and like, hey, do I look good enough? Am I wearing the right clothes? Am I smart enough for you? And then what will happen is you'll actually like start to logically explain things about you. And that is boring. That is awkward. That's what creates disinterest. It's actually emotion that connects us. Like think about your life. The things that actually stand out in your life aren't logical things. They're emotional things that you remember. It's the energy you felt in those moments. So you're doing the same thing in these situations. You're creating this energy. You're playing around while you're there. You're moving the energy up, you move it down, you push it in, you pull it out. You kind of dance while you're there, metaphorically, right, with your energy. So the quickest way to get over your insecurities is to make them a joke. Like quite literally. So if I'm like, oh my God, I have a big nose. I hope they don't realize I have a big nose, and I go up there and they might see it. It's almost like this, like you have your foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. So if I go up and talk to these girls, or if it's a business situation and I'm like, oh, maybe I don't know enough, maybe I'm not smart enough for them, they're gonna feel that energy. And it will look like the foot on the gas and one foot on the brake. So I'll start to talk and then my foot like steps on the gas because I'm like, oh, insecurity, oh, I'm checking myself the whole way. And that's what creates that awkward type of energy. And it shuts down your throat, your brain tightens up. But if I just go up there, I'm like, hey, one is I have this simple intention to give energy. Two is I've already made fun of myself. My nose helps me breathe better. All right, so what? I've got all kinds of insecurities. So do you, so do they, so do they. But if we just own those insecurities, I'm like, all right, it is what it is. This is what I got. And I believe it's enough. And also, I'm still improving myself, but my focus is on what I already have, who I already am, and I'm just sharing and giving energy. It literally loosens up your brain, loosens up your voice. You won't feel awkward in those moments because you're giving energy and your foot will be fully on the gas. And so overcome your own insecurities, make them your biggest joke, let go of outcomes, no longer attaching to I need this to look this way. Let go of that. That is scarce energy and people will feel that scarcity. You have to come from an abundant frame. I've got enough, I am enough. If it's not you, if it's not you, if it's not you, if it's not you, it's somebody else, and that's okay, it'll work out. And make your insecurities your biggest joke. Learn to laugh at yourself. We're all fucked up in our own ways. Laugh at it. Play with it. That's reality. That's life. Guess what? She has insecurities or he has insecurities. So laugh at your own insecurities. It'll let go of judgment of yourself and allow you just to observe situations. So now listen, you have to go do this stuff. You have to put yourself out there, make connections, talk to people. If it doesn't work out perfect, that's okay. Just keep going. It's all data. It's all learning. It's all a game. Life is one big fucking game. Allow yourself to play into life, to unfold and play and just expand into the universe. So I hope you found this video helpful. I make them for you. So if you could do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe, and until next time, peace.